Shalom, 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 Brother Bakwash, back on that scene, back on that. Thursday, 2/3 Thursday, social media, Hardrock Truth scene. They pushing back in Chi-Town, man. They getting tired of this migrant situation. And then I saw a video where the migrants bum rush the Texas border, and the Biden administration is doing nothing to to rectify this situation. And basically they have to vote. I got one brother, he think it's because they're heathens, and heathens are showing respect to other heathens. He's out of his mind. He's totally out of his mind. That's not the case. It's for votes. It's all political. Why would you leave your border wide open for terrorists? And terrorists have been coming through. So, that doesn't make no damn sense to leave your border wide open for terrorists. So that doesn't make any sense. But, we're going to look into a little bit of that. Hopefully, if this stream doesn't crash, I just got me a new interface, the Vocaster one. $100. Can't beat that with a baseball bat, man. $100 for a Vocaster one. It's a little something that if you in your travels. Sometimes I go out of town, and I just have that on the sideline in case I do some traveling. But I want to show you something. The people in Chi-Town, they up in arms, not up in arms, but they tight, man. They tight as hell. They mad, man. They not going for it, and I can't blame them, man, because you're already stressed out, and you're getting kicked in your damn, excuse my language, man, asses already by the system, and now you got people coming in from out of the country, and they're gonna reap the crumbs that you were already getting. So this has them extremely tight right now. But you gotta check this out. Let me go to the story real quick. And hopefully this won't shut down, because my CPU on this side gives a lot of problems on this side. So I just wanted to give this a test run to see if this actually runs. But the CPU, when I had it hooked into the road mixer, it usually crashed. And that's a much bigger system. This is a little something. So hopefully it won't crash on me. But check this out with these dudes in Texas, man. These brothers and sisters, and I can't blame them for being mad. I'd be mad as hell too. They're already living in a rough environment, and they're oppressed. And then you bring people from another country, which is our brothers and sisters. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. See, and the devil knows this. The devil knows what he's doing. He knows this. See, this is the whole game. Peep the whole game. He knows that if you can get these so-called Hispanic illegals in the country, if you can get them in the country and give them legal rights to vote, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Because they're not going to vote Republican, even though you have Hispanics in this country who are already voting Republicans. You got blacks in this country who are already voting Republicans, the largest in the history of this country, who have flipped from Democrats to the Trump side or to the Republican side. So it's not a thing where you got heathens and they being chosen because they are heathens. That's a goddamn lie. This is all political. The white man can give two SHs about Hispanics. He don't care about no damn Hispanics. But he do care about maintaining his power. And this man will do whatever it takes to maintain the power that he has. And you need Democratic votes. And who's best for that? The illegals. So you're going to put them in homes. You're going to put them in abandoned homes. I just saw a video where they had a TikTok video that surged over I think it was 500,000 views in regards of squatters. One Hispanic, so-called Hispanic man is teaching or giving information to the migrants on squatters' rights. And he's encouraging them he's encouraging the migrants who are Hispanic, by the way, to just take over homes and squat in them, and you can own these homes. Now, what are they talking about in New York City and Philadelphia and Chicago? They're talking about they don't have anywhere to put the migrants. But imagine if the migrants could obtain free homes, free places to take over that are abandoned. Could you imagine what that's going to do? And they're not going to vote Republican. Then I saw another video. There's a shortage of people enlisting in the military. So, you know, that's another plan that's put on the table to put these migrants in uniforms and have them go and fight for this country. Ain't that something? You're gonna have illegal people who don't give two SHs about this country. They're just coming here to take advantage of what they can get for the country, but they're gonna put uniforms on these same migrants, possibly, and have them fight for the country. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? But this is the plan. So don't think that what these brothers are saying, these what these brothers are, these all black 12 tribes are saying that these heathens looking out for heathens. That's so far from the truth. This is all political. This is all political. But check this out. I talking a lot. Check it out.
Realize that there is there's an issue with financing in this city. There's an issue with financing young entrepreneurs in this city, and young black entrepreneurs in this city. Yeah, but dark-skinned black entrepreneurs with like curly hair and kinky hair. It's not light-skinned people or white people. It's always going to be dark people with curly hair that have the issue. The only person.
Back a little bit. Go back a bit.
Del olor de la marihuana.
Johnson and those who made this decision to walk our neighborhood and see what's happening there. You want to look good by helping them, yet we taxpayers are left behind. We are now being put in harm's way because of the crimes they commit in our neighborhood. Your no-consequence policy tells them it's okay to commit these damn crimes. Now, what about the citizen and the legal immigrants who came before them? We're still waiting years for our own families to enter this country legally. It is frustrating to see our voice censored and feeling hopeless. Finally, we know the illegals are returning in the middle of the night, parking our residential permit area, acting if the shelter is a bed and breakfast. They need to leave now. We want our park back, and we demand that. It's not fair. You guys put
these are Hispanics, by the way, that are against the migrants. You have Hispanics in this in the Texas area who are against the migrants coming over here. You have so-called Hispanics in various parts of the country who are against what this man is doing by in regards of leaving the border wide open. So this is how you know this is a political issue, and it's affecting everybody in the country. See, the country is designed not to love you or take care of you. The country is designed in the spirit of Satan to squeeze you and make life really bitter and hard for you. That's what the country is designed for, and you're not going to get any mercy or love or respect in this country if you're a person of color, and that's black or Hispanic. You're not going to get that. But you have a large group of people who still believe in the system, and you're totally out of your mind. You see what they're doing in New York? They got and they're saying that New York might be the test model for this thing. They got this congestion tolls now, where they got cameras. If you're in a certain area in Manhattan, the camera takes a picture of you, and you're hit with a $15 toll, a congestion toll. And the people of New York are fighting back, but the city is not listening. They're not listening. So these are the ways that the city makes money. They say that the city is so crowded that they're trying to push people to ride the subway. That's a goddamn lie. The subway has never improved in the last 50 years, man. There's no improvement in the city. They might fix or build something here that looks fancy, but they're not using that money properly. These guys are stealing that money. So you got people pushing back on the congestion fees or tolls. Now, if I come from Jersey and I pay $16 to get in Jersey, and I come through the Holland Tunnel or the Lincoln Tunnel, then I'm hit with another $15 just to go and teach on the streets of New York. You tell me how that makes sense. Then the truckers, they're complaining about it because they're saying that they're going to be hit with these fees. And if they hit with those fees, so if the truckers are hit with those fees, they got to increase their prices. So if you have a Target, if you have a Stop and Shop, if you have a 7-Eleven that needs groceries or produce or whatever the case, whatever the hell they sell, so now their prices have to go up. And who suffers? The average New Yorkers. Even the New Yorkers who don't even drive, if they just take the subway or the bus, they still have to come out their pockets. You tell me that now. You tell me that this is not a devilish system. This is not a devilish system built on hypocrisy and lies, and in certain cases, murder. So this is what I'm saying. You got to open your eyes and realize where this country is going, man. You got to realize that this is the judgment of God. And he's going, and he's showing you the true nature of the beast. And the beast is not going to pull back. He's not going to pull back. So you better get ready for a really a rough ride. You better get ready for it, because this is not going to stop. Not anytime soon, not anytime in the future. This is the beginning of bad times economically, socially, morally. These are signs that we're heading down that road of serious bad times. You better get ready for it. Check it out.
Putting us in jeopardy. Kids cannot go outside. 2 weeks ago, someone was peeing in my yard. A lady grabbed a branch of a tree and took my package from Amazon. They break two cars. 6:53 a.m. I have videos to prove. Break into cars, and we cannot do nothing about it. Cops come, they see, and they go away. Selling food all the time.
Thank you very much for your comments.
See, all that talk ain't gonna go nowhere. At some point, good people are gonna have to start doing bad things. And that's what's gonna happen. That's how they're gonna get down. Good people are gonna start doing bad things in this country. And you know what I mean. I told you the other day, a group of women, not men, a group of women, not one man with them, banged on my door right in the middle of a live feed. And they were questioning about me voting and do I want to vote and what good does it do to sit on your hands. And I asked them, what happens when all that fails? What do you do? And they all put this dumb, sheepish look on their faces. They knew where I was going, and they knew the answer. Then one woman brought up France. And I said, what did the French do during the French Revolution? What did they do? When the Queen told them to go and eat cake, what did they do? So these Negroes, they not ready for this thing, man. So a lot of them, they're going to keep talking till the Most High put the spirit on the devil. So the Most High put the energy on the devil to evaporate all the money. The money is the only thing that got these so-called Negroes and Hispanics going. Trust me. That's the only thing that got them going. Once the Most High put the spirit on this devil, the same way he put the devilish spirit in Pharaoh to do what he did, put the spirit on Pharaoh to resist what Moses told Pharaoh to do, and Pharaoh rebelled. The Most High got the same spirit on the powers that be. He has the same spirit on the powers that be. I mean, I found this very interesting when I was watching this because, Chicago, there's some resilient people. They keep coming back to the mayor and totally throwing rocks verbally at the mayor, and he's not doing anything because he can't do anything. He has to do what Master says. This is why I tell you, voting is a damn waste of time. Now, these women that was at my door, this is what they were talking about. They were saying, all right, don't pay no attention to the big elections like the presidential elections. Deal with what's happening in your city. Deal what's happening within your neighborhoods. Vote that way. All these guys are under the umbrella of the devil, and they will do what the devil tells them to do. Bottom line.
Our next speaker is Michael Young Bay.
Oh, wow. Honest.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm more so in celebration mode. See, I came down here for homelessness, and try to get housing, rental assistance, etc. And it seemed like y'all playing a political game with my family, and I'm a straight shooter. So you just got, I can withstand the truth. So I can understand somebody say, no, we ain't giving y'all nothing. You know, I can respect that. Just tell me just like that. I ain't helping you get nothing. But y'all giving these migrants something. They keep on coming down here, the people pressing, hey, this what's going on in our neighborhoods. This what's going on in our neighborhoods. And then the news don't even show what need to be shown. That's right, fake news. That's why you got more real news right here. You see, because I've been doing investigations, because when them migrants first came to the 49th Ward, I gave them clothes. I gave them coats. You see, so I know what's going on. And I kept saying that for the longest. Well, I know you people don't know what's going on to the extent with this migrant and this immigration stuff. Because if y'all so much saying that Texas doing this and Texas doing that, why everybody college parked outside them shelters that's employees, their license plates have Texas on there? You know, give me that job, man. I do security. Why you giving this to somebody from Texas? You see, that's what's going on. Don't help me come out here. I told y'all, I had to let go last time because it's stuff involving my child. So me as a father, and I know that these places are against fathers. They're against husbands. I'm a married man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing up for men. I'm standing up for these homeless shelters that y'all got our people in that got mold, that got rats, that got roaches, bed bugs, etc. And y'all putting them in nice hotels. You know, what's going on with that? How's our people? Y'all that bring Chicago home needed to fail. And I put for it to fail. Because if you want to bring the city...
You know, they got certain cases where these migrants are doing better than the veterans, man. How you going to put the migrants over the veterans, the people you claim that defended this country? You're going to give them more money and more opportunity than your veterans? It just shows the hypocrisy and lies of this government. A bunch of liars. I want to show you something real quick. You know, because you got to get, you know, I was in a gym talking with this brother and he knows he's Israel, but he tried to slap me with that damn Christian Israelite spirit, man. I can't stand that damn spirit, man. Why y'all talk about the heathens the way y'all talk about them? You know, I see a lot of hate in God. He's not just hate. After a couple of choice words in the right scriptures, he had to back off. But you better believe he ain't leaving that Christian doctrine alone. He knows he's an Israelite, but he's with the heathens, could be saved. And I don't know what's his opinion on the law is, but I can't stand that weak nature. And there's a difference between being ignorant and not knowing what the Lord is about, and just being weak and a coward to confront or express the truth of the Most High to your enemies. I can't stand that spirit. So we went back and forth for a while, and at the end of the conversation, he was a prophet, and Donald Trump is the Antichrist. Man, I said, man, leave me alone with this. He was mad because when you do that, I'll clown you, or I'll smirk, or I'll try to dismiss you. I have no respect for you after a while. He was trying to say, put the scriptures behind you and just go on the spirit. Man, get out of here with that. But this is what the Lord said in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, in the 25th verse. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. Who's this talking about? The devil today. The same politicians up in D.C., which are Edomites, which consist of so-called white people, so-called Europeans, they speak great words against the Most High, like legalizing murder and women chanting out, it's their body, their choice. Isn't that against the Most High? Isn't that against the Most High? I'm not saying it. I'm saying what's against the Most High. My body, my choice. Is that of the Most High? We have free will, the scripture says, but you have free will to choose the devil and you have free will to choose the Most High. So my body, my choice. Is that of the Lord or is that of the devil? Is that speaking great words against the Most High? Or is that speaking the words of the Most High? You see where I'm going with this? Saying a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. I'm not saying it, but according to the Bible, is that speaking against the Most High, or is that speaking for the Most High? Just giving you a few examples. But your politicians, they will okay those two examples. They will okay that. Young children giving the rights beyond their parents' control to cut off their genitals or take medication that changes their levels of puberty. Is that of the Most High, or is that against the Most High? And these are on a low level. This is not in regards of the law. Well, it is a violation of the law of the Most High, sorry. But you know where I'm going. You got great things that totally contradict scripture and the validity of the Most High. That's the point I'm trying to make overall. That's the point I'm making. But, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Who are the saints of the Most High? This is an excellent scripture to back up who are the saints of the Most High. The children of Israel, the true children of Israel, not the man running around the planet calling himself an Israelite or a J-man or the chosen people of the Most High, when we know who the chosen people of the Most High are. We know who they are. But you got that's another thing I brought up with this character, man. He was trying to tell me that the Most High forgave these people and they have a shot, and we turned away from the Most High. Well, I simply told him, you need to go and read Romans 11, and where the Most High told the heathens not to boast against the branches. And they have done worse than just boast against the branches. They have stolen your identity. That's what I told this dude. The heathen, the same ones you're telling me to love and forgive and have mercy on and not to abhor an Edomite, these same people have stolen your nationality, put up white images of the chosen people of the Most High, have taught you or let you believe that you're Africans, have pushed pagan ideologies on you, and brought you here as slaves. That's way before the time of Paul. I'm sorry, way after the time of Paul. That's way after the time of Paul. So what do you think the Most High's judgment is going to be on them? The Lord does say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Doesn't the Most High say that? But I'm just trying to show you the psyche and the mindset and the ideology that's in the mind of a weak Negro. They can't see this 25th verse. They can't comprehend or wrap their spiritual minds or unspiritual minds around this verse alone. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and think to change times and laws. Look at that. Who's that? And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of times, meaning we're going to serve captivity under the very people that this scripture is pointed towards. Now, who can that possibly be? Can it be Africans that are trying to change times and laws? Could it be Africans? Could it be East Indians? Could it be them? Or maybe it's Japhet. Everybody's always trying to say that Esau, the so-called, Esau is the people of Japhet, not the white man. So could it be Japhet? Who do you think it is? A person that speaks great words against the Most High, has worn out the saints, and is trying to change the times and the laws. Then furthermore, us as the chosen people of the Most High would be given into his hands. So the people would be given into the hands of wicked men. In Job 9:24, it says that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So who could this possibly be? Then in Luke, it says in the first chapter, I think it's the 68th verse to the 70th verse, it said that we should be saved from the hand of all that hate us. Who hated us during the time when Christ was on this earth and even after? Who are the Romans? So you see where I'm going with this? You see how this makes sense? And Christian-minded Israelites, they don't make sense. You see where I'm going with this? And you see how you can understand and see how the people of Chi-Town, why would they be mad? Why would they be mad? Because they're in the hands of the enemies, and the enemies are putting burdens on them that they can't deal with. They're suffering every day in Chi-Town. And they've been suffering prior to the migrant invasion, and now it's even worse because the little crumbs they had. You heard what he said about the shelter with rats and roaches and so on and so forth. When the government told poor black people they didn't have the money, they mysteriously found this money to put migrants into hotels, put migrants into the hood, which is affecting the livelihood of the poor as we speak. And it's all political. It's all political. So this man is a liar. He's a liar and a thief and a murderer. But let's hear some more of this.
Citizens of Chicago home, them people that's already in shelters, especially our veterans, they died for us.
Look at that.
They died for us, especially our veterans.
Did they die for us, or did they die for political reasons again in this situation? Did they die for oil, natural resources in other countries, to take over land and overthrow what they label a dictator and put a puppet in that would represent America under the table? Did they really die for freedom? Or did they die for the same man who said he would think to change times and laws, and the same man recognized as the man who would speak great words against the Most High? Who is that? Even the Arabs, so-called Arabs, Ishmael, said that America is the great Satan and Israel is the baby Satan. How can you get around that? But he's right. These veterans died and don't get the same privileges as these migrants all of a sudden. They don't get that. But the people of Chicago and New York are starting to wake up. And you know what's going to happen? A lot of, I hate to say it, but a lot of the southern brothers and sisters, Judah, Benjamin, are going to put hands on the northern brothers and sisters, so-called Hispanics. There's going to be a war between them if they keep pushing. Because let me tell you, man, when you don't have any money and things look bleak and there's no future in your forefronts, or the forefronts of these brothers and sisters in Chicago, and New York, Philadelphia, California, Texas, you don't have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. Trust me, you have nothing to lose, and you start putting hands on people. Anybody could be the enemy at that point. Anybody can get it, and anybody can be the enemy at that point.
Them in CHA property. How them? You ain't got to spend no dime as much as the millions and billions that been spent for these immigrants here, these migrants here, these asylum seekers here, which ultimately are illegal here. And there's people here that been going on the radar. They can't get a green card or work permit, and they've been here 20, 30 years.
That's right.
Seniors panhandling on the street because they can't get nothing. I'm for the people. And I ain't come to...
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker...
An excellent point. You got people right here, Hispanics right in this country who have been waiting for years, decades for green cards. All of a sudden, magically, these guys can get green cards. They can be accommodated for better living conditions than people that have been here, or Hispanics that have been here more than 20 years. How do you explain that? Because it's all political. The government can give two SHs about so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics who are already here, or these migrants. It's about votes. You get a half a million or 1.5 million migrants here. You give them the right to vote. You give them driver's license. they're gonna vote blue. They're gonna vote blue. And these people, they know this. They know this. But like I always say, once the money cuts off, that's what we need. That's what the Most High, I believe the Most High is going to do that eventually. They already had a threat with the water in the country. A cyber attack on the clean water and the sewage water. They already had an attack, I think it was earlier this week or the latter part of last week. They already had this. So these Chinese and enemies of America, they warming up, man. They warming up. You think that this is a joke and you're gonna get comfortable until that day, and you're not gonna know what to do, and the government is gonna turn its back on you. Because all of this is not strong enough to go against the Most High's prophecies and his judgment. It's not. Believe it or not, it's not strong enough to go against the Most High's prophecies and his judgment. So Revelations 12, verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth," meaning the lower class people, the people who are not in the heavenly-like position, who don't have the riches and who don't have the real estate, who don't have the gold or the big bank accounts or the jobs that pay $300,000, $200,000 a year. The middle class is quickly fading. Quickly fading. Soon, it will just be rich and poor. You're either rich or you're poor. The middle class is going to be a thing of the past as time goes on. You watch. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you." See that? "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath." See that? "Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." And that's so true. That's so true. If you're spiritual, you can see that. If you're spiritual, you have no problem seeing that. Let me give you another example. Look at this article right here. It says, Republican launch probe into TSA over the concerns it checks migrants' identity less strictly than those of U.S. citizens. See that? See that? So it's not just a black and Hispanic thing. They're putting the migrants over everybody at the airports, over everybody as veterans. See that? Republicans launch probe into TSA over the concerns it checks migrants' identity less strictly than those of U.S. citizens. You know what TSA is. That's the people who check your bags and ask for your identification, check your passport when you're coming through the airport. You know who that is, right? It says lawmakers claim CBP, one app used to process migrants, lets 96% of applicants into the U.S. last year. I don't know how true that is, but it would not shock me. It would not shock me. House Homeland Security Chair Mark Green sent a letter to the head of TSA requesting documents and communications about migrants' ID screening. Republicans are worried that migrants using the CBP One app as a form of ID are not checked sufficiently enough. According to CBP, 45,000 migrants entered the U.S. with the app in January. Something to be concerned with. Now, the big thing is the terrorist activity. They're saying terrorists are coming through the borders like water. If you thought 9/11 was something, wait to this round. Wait to this round. You telling me the Most High hand is not in this? He has these politicians, these so-called leaders, totally blind, and have them just ready, just getting them fat for the slaughter. And I love it. I love it. You're right. You're right. It is. This is just a divide and conquer mechanisms of the intelligence agency to get average people fighting amongst themselves and select a right-wing fascist. You're right, and that's where it's coming. I'm telling you, you're going to see black people in Chicago and various cities start attacking these migrants. You're going to see that because people are not stupid. They see what the hell is going on. They see what the hell is going on. They're not dumb. This is why they mad as hell, man. And I can't blame them for being mad like this. I can't blame them on this. But the only thing that's holding them back is the little crumbs they have. How long is that going to last? Check it out.
Speaker is Mrs. Lawrence.
Oh, I lost it. Let me see.
What does it prosper a man, or profits a man, to gain the world and lose his soul? We're going to start off with scripture because, Mr. Johnson, you love quoting and thumping scriptures up there. And this is something I think is special for you. So I thought I would state that to you.
Uh-oh.
We're going to talk about this executive order of yours that comes from 2023-16, where I'm not going to read it all because I don't have the time. But one thing I want to point out is how you made it clear that you're going to stick these people in our neighborhoods and that we have to just accept it. That's absolutely not, because we've talked about this since last year, when most of you older people who did not stand up with us and reject the sanctuary city. Now, I got a problem with that. And I spoke that on December 14th. So I think we need to cut down the staff of the older people here. How about that? Because you all are not all representing us. How about those who stood up and represented us? Then you stay in your offices. But the rest of you, goodbye. Because that's how we're going to see it when it's time to vote. That's where we're going with that. Home Illinois 2021, that's when it came out, and Bring Chicago Home. Robbery. They both are for homeless causes that you all claimed they're for. You and Prisker need to sync up, because both of you all are trying to pull the same number, which you claim is homeless. And I think you might recall that I said, I'm out here helping the homeless. I got a recording from a homeless that also said, y'all just don't care. You just don't care. There, hearing it straight from the homeless. Now, WOTC, Work Opportunity Tax Credit, 400 plus businesses. Hyatt, which is Prisker's company, all are hiring refugees and kicking all of y'all out. Now, how about that for news that's not being broadcast? See, I do my digging, I do my research, and all of you all will know when I step up here to this mic, I bring the facts. I don't bring no opinions.
You know what else was in the news? They say that Tyson Farms has laid off thousands of people, and they're going to hire migrants to work Tyson's chickens or help with Tyson's products. They're going to hire them for cheaper rates, probably half. I'm guessing like half of what they pay American citizens, especially blacks. Half. How American is that? How Republican or Democrat is that? This is why people are jumping ship and they're going towards the red. They turning from being Democrats and they flipping over and becoming Republicans. I don't know how that's going to work out in the future. I don't think it's going to really save us as a people, but I can understand why they would make that transition. I could definitely 100% understand why they would make that transition. If I was in the world, I'd probably do the same thing. I don't vote. I don't believe in politics, but I would do the same thing. I'd be a Republican or I'd be more on the conservative side politically. I mean, if you follow the Bible and you believe in the Bible, your views are conservative. You just know it's lies, hypocrisy, and it's against the Most High to be in any form of politics. But your views are conservative. The Bible is more conservative than liberal. You don't believe in same-sex marriages because that's against the Bible. That's a conservative stance and view. You understand where I'm going? I could go through a whole list. I don't want to get blackballed or have problems with social media, so I can't really touch but so much into that. But I think you get the point. Is the Bible more conservative or is it more liberal? Is the Bible more Republican or is it more Democrat? Even though both Republicans and Democrats, they're the scum of the damn earth, but you understand what I'm saying, if you're thinking logically. Either way, the system has failed black people, and it's failed white people too to a certain degree, but not like so-called black people. No way even close, but check out what she's saying.
So you all need to be careful of how you think you're treating us, because we coming for this. We bringing our city back. We removing all these illegals that's breaking our rules and laws, and we're fed up. So it needs to stop. Get your police out there and stop them breaking these laws. I got a lot more to say, but since my time is up, I think I picked on the most important, essential matter. Get it cleaned up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is George Blakemore.
Please. Wait now. Wait now. I don't want y'all to steal my minutes. Even though those clocks are up here on me, they tick quietly and quickly. Illegal immigrants. Something is wrong with black people. You got all these black faces in high places and you get nothing. Who will let knock on my door? I don't know you. Where you come from? Who's your mama, your daddy? Are you a criminal? Are you a pedophile? You're not getting in. You're not. Your ass not getting in. Excuse me. I don't know nothing about you. The young lady say a background check. Who are these people? Where did these people come from? Why would you bring them here? And why would you push them on the black community, the most poor of all? We are in a caste system here. And at the bottom of this caste system, black people. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about right here. And you got the audacity, you black ones I'm talking to, the audacity to bring in an illegal immigrant. Why would you do this? Sell out. And your mama. House in. Yes, I said it. Because that's the way you act. It's something wrong here. It's something evil here. It's something corrupt here. What is it, Mr. Blakemore? All of these people here are Democrats. All of them are Democrats. Well, over in China, they got a one-party system. In Chicago, they do too. Yes, the most corrupt city in the United States. The most racist city in the United States. Who said that? Dr. King? Dr. King, what is your criteria for corruption? Burt and all of them get indicted, stealing, and just terrible here. And these young people are coming here and they're looking at me and they're looking at you. Now, you all make your opinion. It's something evil here, something corrupt here, something un-American here. You gonna bring in the illegals? When they wade across the Rio Grande, they're not wading across to help black people. But they are selfish people, and we black people gotta be selfish. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And that preacher talking about loving everybody, black people love you.
See, the thing with the Hispanics, they're taught to hate black people. They taught this from their grandmother. It's fading out. The younger generation, they kind of like X'd it out. But the old school Hispanics, a lot of them believe that black people are your enemies, are their enemies. You understand? So there's a level of disrespect when a lot of them come from another country and come to this country. There's a level of disrespect. So, you can't overlook that. You can't overlook that. That's a reality that we have to accept. But this is something that cannot be overlooked. It's the truth. It's the truth. And you're not going to change. What I'm hearing from a lot of them, they think that they're going to change prophecy and the Most High's plans. That's not going to happen. This man is going to do what he does, and he was created to live by the sword, and he will continue to live by the sword. That's not going to change. But one thing that's going to happen is that we will come together, blacks and Hispanics. We will come together as one nation and one body of people. That's prophesied in Scripture. So it's just a matter of time. But in the meantime, like I was explaining to this brother today in the gym, there's going to be a lot of suffering. There's going to be a lot of painful suffering when that money goes. And I think that, I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I'm wrong on that. I think the food and the money needs to be gotten rid of by the Spirit of the Most High for people to really start listening. Because the money and the food and the electricity, meaning they need to knock out the power grids, or the Most High needs to put the spirit on the terrorists to knock out the power grids. That's going to force people to really focus in that this man can't save you. That's one. And two, that you have to adhere to the word of the Most High. And that's going to require the brothers to do some serious, hardcore teaching. But the Most High says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. See that? Who's that? Blacks and Hispanics. Blacks and Hispanics. They're not desired by the powers that be. They're not desired by the Chinese, East Indians, or Africans. They're not desired. So the Most High is telling us to gather ourselves together in the spirit of Yahushua, who they call Christ, the Son of the Most High. And that's going to happen. And we are a nation that's not desired. We are a nation that are not desired. The Most High says, before the decree bring forth, before the day of the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. See? So that's what we're doing now. We're building the brothers and sisters back up in the spirit of the Most High before the fierce anger of the Lord comes on us, man. And it's coming. It's coming, and when it comes, people are not going to know what to do. That's the sad thing. People are not going to know what to do. They're going to be in absolute panic. They're going to be in panic mode. Now, now look at this. They bum rush the damn border today, and this is concerning. This is concerning, and Biden still won't close that border because they need the votes. They need the votes. They need to kick so-called Negroes and white people out of certain positions and put cheap labor in those positions instead. Yet, Trump is saying he wants to put America first, and the Democrats, they're talking a good one, but they're not showing the actions of putting Americans first. Not that I'm condoning Trump. I'm just showing you how one strategy works better than the other. That's all I'm saying. But check this out. I found this very interesting right here. Let's see if I get it up. It's a commercial. But I found this very interesting, and it's just that they're divided, man. They're divided against each other big time, and I love it. I love it. I hate seeing black people fight black people, Hispanics fighting black people, Hispanics fighting each other. But when they fight each other, I know it's one step closer to the judgment of the Most High and the destruction of America. But check this out.
A new device he says will help prevent illegal water crossings. The new laws include designating Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations and classifying crimes by the cartels as organized crime. That means they carry harsher penalties. Another law gives farmers and
That's the wrong video. Sorry about that. But this is good too, though. He's trying to stop them from crossing the border, you know. But listen, it's getting worse and worse. Let me see what this one is. This might be it. I don't know. I can't find it, but there was a video where they bum rushed the damn border, man. They had 600 migrants outside, and they just bum rushed the damn border. You know, they can't stop this thing. They're gonna try to stop it, but I personally believe the Most High, He's got a spirit on them, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. It's gonna get worse and worse. But you know, I'm not gonna keep you brothers up. I gotta go to bed and crash out. I know y'all gotta get up in the morning. But do me a favor, you brothers and sisters, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, thumbs up, hit thumbs down, share, comment. You know, however you feel, you know, do something on the thumbs up or thumbs down, and I'll get with you brothers tomorrow night, possibly, definitely Saturday. It's going to be a rainy day in New York City, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But brothers and sisters, pay attention to what's happening politically, man. Don't just watch any old news. Watch politics and watch the market, man. Watch how the market is doing, because these things affect our living, man. How many of you watch following the car market, you know, the auto industry? They are getting hammered. They're getting hammered big time. And I'm following that because I'm trying to get another car. But they are getting crushed in the automotive industry, man. So pay attention to that, man. You know, be not ignorant in anything small or great. Watch the news, man. There are things going down. Look at the New York City subways, man. It's chaos, but they're trying to force us back on the subways and charging us this $15 toll, man. It's a congestion toll. If you imagine if you drive out your house and you go to get a loaf of bread and you say, let me just go to the city and pick up some shoes or go do some window shopping. $15, bam. Blum, right on your Easy Pass. Just that simple. Just that simple. Could you imagine that? Because they want you to ride a subway and then you got to take a knife with you on the subway. I was going my way to Manhattan this afternoon, and I was thinking, damn, should I take a blade with me, or should I just trust in the Most High, or does the Most High want me to take a blade? I mean, it's that crazy on the subway. The subway is off the chain in New York right now. And I believe that's purposely orchestrated to a certain degree. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, since 2019, since the pandemic hit, things are never going to be the same, man. And it's not the same. People are just crazy now, man. People are just absolutely crazy at this point. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You know, we've had this in London. Oh, really? Really? I was just talking to a sister on Facebook about London. She said she loves it. It's this Irie over there, man. But I believe you, man. It's all over the world, man. It's tough, man. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't know where, you know, maybe in Brixton, it's crazy over there on the other side of the pound. You know, the Brixton West Indians, man, are they wild in Brixton? That's what I heard. I don't know. You would know better than me. You know, we call it. Oh, you talking about the charge? You got that crap too there? Oh, get the hell out of here. You serious? You got to be kidding me. See, these dudes is devils, man. I'm telling you, these guys are absolute devils. They're going to do whatever they can to get that money out of you. But, you know, but the scriptures, what the scriptures tell us? The scriptures tell us that the money is going to be absolute worthless as time go on, because the Spirit of the Lord, he's going to make it that way. You know, it's going to be absolutely worthless. And these devils, they're going to do whatever they can to keep the damn wicked train going. They're going to keep it going, man. But, but we're spiritual people. You know, we can make it without the money. It's good to have the money, but we can make it without the money. Check it out right here. The Most High says in Ezekiel 7 verse 17, it says, all hands shall be feeble and all knees shall be weak as water. So the power structure, they're going to be very, very flimsy, unstable, and they're going to come with loads of problems. They're not going to be strong. Nothing is going to be stable, the Most High is showing us here. Because knees are needed to support the body. You understand? Hands are needed to be to fight, defend itself, take things, pick things up, guide people. But the Most High says the hands shall be feeble and the knees shall be weak as water. That's where the system is going. Whether you're in the UK, the great Babylon, America, hands and knees shall be feeble and weak, the Most High is saying. You understand? Then the Most High says, they shall also gird themselves in sackcloth. Sackcloth is symbolic of mourning. So you're going to have terrible times coming up in the future. Terrible times. And the spirit of sackcloth, that the dreaded sackcloth, that's going to cover the spirit and energy and beliefs of people in these last days, all nationalities, all of them. When the power goes out and the riots start and the government can't help you, the spirit of sackcloth, that's going to be on the minds of people. Then it says, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon their faces, and baldness upon their heads. These are all factors and symbols of shame and powerlessness. That's what the Most High is showing us here in the 18th verse. 19th verse is the one I'm concerned with, though. 19th verse says, they shall cast their silver in the streets. See that? They shall cast their silvers in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. You ever see these commercials? Especially if you're into crypto and you get these pop-ups on YouTube about buy silver. Do you know if you buy silver, you can save your lives? In this economic crash is coming, silver is the way to go, people. That's what they do. They push this silver thing, and they try to get you to buy silver. But you know, and I'm not knocking that. It might last you for a while, but overall, the Most High says they're gonna cast a silver in the streets. The silver is not gonna be worth anything. I didn't know you had that there for years, brother. I don't know how y'all making out with that. That would drive me insane. I'm tempted. You got certain sprays. I shouldn't say this over the air, but you got certain sprays that you spray on your license plate, and at night when that camera light hit it, it don't catch your light. It doesn't catch your license plate. You know, I don't know how effective that is now with these new cameras, but I should have said that. But yo, man, I hate giving these devils money. I to the words of the Most High, I can't stand paying tickets. I can't stand paying red light cameras. I can't stand paying my car registration, license renewal. I can't stand giving the system a dime, man. I can't stand it, man. I absolutely hate it. But the Most High says, I'm going to go back to the scripture. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. See that? So that gold and silver ain't going to mean a goddamn thing in judgment time or prior. They should not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. And the carnal things are the stumbling block of people today. Not just our people, but all people. And there's going to be a heavy, heavy burden to pay, man. You know, just wait and see. But, you know, I didn't know they had that out there, brother, man. I feel for you, brother. I feel for you brothers in the UK, man, because this demon is everywhere, man. You know, the terrorist activity is aimed at the UK as well. It's aimed at the UK as well, and it's coming, man. It's coming, but if we see it, that's we see it. We see it. That's the main thing, you know. We see it, and that's all we need to say. See, our brothers and sisters who can't see it, that's tough on them, man. You can't, if it's not the Most High's will, they got to stay in the dumb, dark spaces spiritually in, It's not, the Most High blessed us and opened our minds to what's happening, man. And, it's a damn shame that it's come down to this. But we know the scriptures. We can't save all our people, man. We can't save all our people. People have no idea what the hell is coming, man. Look at this right here. I found this interesting. It says Putin warns West of risk of nuclear war. Says Moscow can strike Western targets. You see how real this is getting? This is building up every day. This is from February. From February, man. It says President Vladimir Putin warns Western countries on Thursdays they risk provoking a nuclear war if they sent troops to fight in the Ukraine, warning that Moscow had the weapons to strike targets in the West. Now they keep messing with this guy, they keep messing with this guy, but what's his name? Biden is saying he's threatening to actually put troops in that area of the Ukraine, in the Ukraine rather. The war in the Ukraine has triggered the worst crisis in Moscow relations with the West since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Putin has previously spoken of the dangers of a direct confrontation between NATO and Russia, but his nuclear warning on Thursday was one of the most explicit. See that? This is why the gold ain't gonna be worth a goddamn thing in that time, man. This is why. So you brothers just keep watching the news, man. And keep the faith, man. Keep the faith. Don't listen to these idiots. Like I got into it with this brother. He was a cool brother. I'm not going down the brother. He was a really nice brother. And his complaint was that you brothers, not me, you brothers, you don't like to hear nothing, man. It's always your way, and you got so much hate and anger in you. You don't want to hear a prophet out. I said, okay, all right. That's what he said about you brothers, not me. Oh man, you can't make this up, man. But hey, I love serving the Most High because it puts me in a better place. I have more clarity. I don't think like a Negro, and I don't give a F about nothing but what's true, what's righteous, what's of the Most High. This is why the women hate us, man. The women hate us because we don't want to we don't want to be Negroes anymore. We don't want to be Negroes anymore. But hey, you brothers and sisters, you keep your head up, man. I'll see you brothers and sisters either tomorrow or definitely Saturday. I'm going to try to do something Friday night. But you brothers and sisters, you stay strong. I'll get back with you later, all right? Shalom. Love you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.